Hi community, welcome to the Multiple Perfect Experience channel. I hope you are all doing well. On this video I want to talk about the Garrison triplets. The Garrison triplets are pretty famous right now. Not commercially famous, but famous in the medical scene. So what happened is, years ago when they were babies, there were triplets in the womb, but two of the triplets were twins, identical, and ended up being conjoined. So they were all born, but one was separate and two were conjoined, and eventually they were separated, and then they lived the rest of their lives, formally conjoined. But because they were conjoined by the hips, or the pelvis I should say, they had one leg each, so they were really split into two. They had their own heads, and they had one body but two heads. So they had their own arms. Yes, they had two arms, two heads, but their legs, they didn't have four pairs, they had only two. So when they got split, or separated I should say, they only had one leg each. But anyway, I've got the article here to tell the story, which will make more sense than the way I am explaining it. So here it goes. The Garrison triplets, Mackenzie, Macy, and Madeline, are your typical adolescent triplets. The three teenagers' lives are now quite routine. They were, however, a unique case at the time of their birth. Mackenzie and Macy used to be conjoined twins who were linked at the pelvis. Each of the two girls only has one leg. With the support of crutches and prosthetics, they are now living their best lives. In a 24-hour procedure in 2003, Dr. J. Stain, CMO at Los Angeles Kids Hospital, separated the sisters a few months after they were born. They were only 10 months old when they went through the ordeal. The girls feel optimistic about their future today. Instead of focusing on what they can't accomplish, they focus on achieving goals that many thought they'll never be able to achieve. They are more appreciative than ever for their health and well-being as they prepare for college and adulthood. They are thriving in the home of the family who adopted them so many years ago. Mackenzie and Macy and Madeline Garrison are just like any other group of adolescent girls. The 17-year-old triplets, on the other hand, had a remarkable start in life. Mackenzie and Macy were joined at the pelvis when they were born in 2010. Mackenzie told People, the TV show, "I don't view myself as special. I basically picture myself as a 17-year-old girl who's going to high school, who wants to get a profession in the field she enjoys, who wants to marry and have children." Other difficulties were also present when the girls were born. Their biological parents did not seek medical attention during their pregnancy, so due to the substance misuse concerns, they were unable to care for the triplets. Macy and Mackenzie were conjoined for the first 10 months of their lives. Separation surgery was performed on the girls, and in 2003, Dr. Stein, CMO of Kids Hospitals in Los Angeles, performed a procedure in a complicated operation which lasted 24 hours. "There isn't a week that goes by that I don't think of them in any way," Dr. Stein said. "I recall watching them run through the corridors on crutches, and to see those riding horses and living as regular lives as they possibly could," he continued. "The girls were able to do so thanks to the help of their adopted family." Soon after the surgery, Darla Keller and Jeff Garrison adopted the triplets. They were welcomed into the family by their three biological boys. Throughout the years, there have been more challenges. To be on an equal footing with their peers, the girls had to overcome learning disabilities. Other medical issues such as spinal infusion have also risen. The triplets have a bright future ahead of them. They are having a great time in their senior year in high school and are looking forward to college. Mackenzie is fascinated by agriculture and plant autonomy, but she isn't sure where she wants to go with it. Macy loves working with kids and is thinking to become a teacher in kindergarten. Magdalene wants to become a nurse specialized in Alzheimer and Parkinson's. I think it's a combination of elements, including how I grew up and the people I've surrounded myself with, she explained. Dr. Stain hasn't seen the triplets in 10 years, but they are still in touch. They consider him to be quite the coolest person ever. Following the girls and staying in touch with them has been a fantastic experience, Dr. Stain remarked. But more recently, receiving letters from the kids, as we did on a regular basis, has been quite fulfilling in that regard. Despite the fact that their narrative has piqued people's interest for a long time, the triplets consider themselves to be ordinary teenagers. I don't want our school to be known as the girls with the one leg who are famous because of their tail, Macy explained. All I want to do is be myself and go out into the world and make a few friends. I will tell you about mine, life's adventures. I'm not frightened with it, but do wish it to see it as a huge issue. That's the end of the article. I was reading from a article from the website Be Positive, Be Happy. So if you want to check that out for yourself, you can. I will leave the link in the description so you can go ahead and read for yourself and check out some other stories. They've got interesting stories on that website. So that's it for this video. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like, share, and leave your comments. Let us know what you think of the story. I find it quite interesting myself, but who knows? I don't know if you guys also find it interesting as I do, but please let me know if you do, and I continue to put out more content like this. So thank you for joining me today, and till next time guys, bye.